Being awarded Social Security disability benefits is not easy to accomplish. First, you must apply for benefits, but they usually deny your benefits unless you are one of the rare few that get those benefits on your first try. So once you get the letter denying your benefits, you have 60 days to appeal that decision. At that point, I highly recommend getting an attorney to help you with that process. The attorney will not charge you only if you get an award of benefits, and they have the ability to collect only up to a certain amount of their fee out of your award. So it is capped at a certain amount. The Social Security Department looks at factors when they're determining if you are disabled, and it's based on a listing of impairments such as mental health, or if you have some sort of cardiac disease or cancer. There's about 12 listings of impairments that are quite detailed into what criteria you must meet to get that disability benefit award. It is vital when you go to your medical provider, emphasize these issues to your doctor, your physician assistant, or nurse practitioner so that they document it in the medical record. Many times you have severe impairments, but when you go and they ask you how you feel at the doctor's office, you might often say, "I'm okay, yeah, not too bad today." And that actually can hurt you because you're saying you have something so severe, yet you are saying that you feel fine that day. And sometimes that's just an automatic response. You really don't feel fine, but it's just, a common courtesy to answer that way. So keep that in mind. Also, make sure you let the doctor's office know how you are feeling, not only with your aches and pains, but if you have something to show them, if there's a bump that has suddenly erupted, or if you have some area of your skin that has maybe a rash. Show everything, express everything, get it all out in the open so that it can be recorded and documented. And when the Social Security Department requests those records and reviews them, they are going to see all of that. Also, your attorney will prepare you for the hearing. There will be a list of questions that either the administrative judge will ask or your attorney will also be able to ask. And what you want to really emphasize in that hearing that you have, which now is conducted over the phone, or you can have it via some sort of Zoom or video conferencing so that they can see you. But you want to be sure you let them know exactly how your disability affects your activities of daily living. Can you still cook? Can you clean? Can you run the sweeper? Can you do your laundry? Can you go grocery shopping? Can you make dinner? Can you take care of your children? Can you drive a car? What can you do? What can't you do? You may have a severe impairment with your mental health, but maybe you still can take your dog out for a quick walk. Is that going to be enough to say you can't get that disability? Also, if you're a younger person, it's helpful to have some sort of evaluation done to determine if you have many issues related to mental incapacity. What is your IQ? Maybe you have some severe dyslexia, and that can also be helpful in proving your case. It is also very, very helpful to have a medical source statement done by your physician. That would be a detailed statement from your doctor that addresses your disability, and it also addresses your limitations. Ultimately, what you're trying to prove is you cannot be substantially gainfully employed, and that is why you need these benefits. Now, Social Security disability benefits are based on the number of quarters that you worked. If you worked enough quarters, you can qualify for disability. If you have not worked enough quarters, then you may qualify for supplemental Social Security income, which is SSI. The problem with receiving SSI is that you are then limited on the benefits, or the assets rather, that you can keep. It's usually $2,000. You may be able to keep your home and a car, but if you get anything else, such as if you're a beneficiary from a will or some someone's estate or a trust, that can lead to you losing your benefits for a period of time until those assets are dissipated. So people that may be naming you as a beneficiary hopefully will talk to you and get an understanding of how this would affect you. There's also something called the ABLE account, ABLE, that allows people on SSI to basically shelter some assets that they may receive through a will or a trust. And that can be used for other things that you need, such as maybe more computer equipment, or maybe a better TV, or something to help with your disability, such as if you are blind, there are computers that are specifically made to help you communicate through the use of that medium. Again, these are so important for you to understand, and would be very helpful for you to speak to an attorney. Again, if you come to see me on any of these issues, the consultation is free. If I take your case, then I get paid through the Social Security past due benefits that are owed to you. Also, a vocational expert will testify at these hearings, and they will determine or give testimony if there are jobs that are available in the community for you to work. And then the hearing officer or the attorney will give that vocational expert other scenarios that relate to your disability or your inability to do certain things. And then we'll have the vocational expert testify as to if there are really any jobs out there that you could perform based on your limitations. It takes a while to get a decision in your case. It actually takes a while to get a hearing in your case, but once you have the hearing, it takes several months to get a decision. If you still do not get a favorable decision, you can appeal that decision and actually submit additional evidence. So you do have another sort of bite of the apple. If you feel that through your attorney's consultation that there's really not a good chance for you to be successful in the appeal, then you can restart all over again and apply for benefits at your local Social Security office, or you can do it online. Navigating through the Social Security disability process is not easy. I look forward to helping you if you need that assistance.